The Art of Happiness by Dalai Lama. Quotes on happiness, spirituality, meaning and contentment. When life becomes too complicated and you feel overwhelmed, it is often useful just to stand back and remind yourself of your overall purpose, your ultimate goal. When faced with feeling of stagnation and confusion, it is helpful to take an hour, an afternoon or even several days to simply reflect on what it is that will truly bring you happiness and satisfaction, and then reset your priorities based on that. This will put your life back in proper context, allow a fresh perspective and enable you to see which direction to take. How can we achieve inner contentment and satisfaction? There are two methods. One method is to obtain everything that we want and desire, all the money, houses and cars, the perfect mate and the perfect body. But the problem with this approach is that if your wants and desires remain unchecked, sooner or later you will run up against something that you want but cannot have. The second and more reliable method is not to have what you want, but rather to want and appreciate what you have. Also keep in mind that our feelings of contentment are strongly influenced by our tendency to compare ourselves with others. We need to learn how to want what we have, not to have what we want, in order to get steady and stable happiness. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Although you may not always be able to avoid difficult situations, you can modify the extent to which you can suffer by how you choose to respond to the situation. True happiness relates more to the mind and heart. Happiness that depends mainly on physical pleasure is unstable. One day it's there, the next day it may not be. A demarcation between a positive and a negative desire or action is not whether it gives you an immediate feeling of satisfaction, but whether it ultimately results in positive or negative consequences. The more honest you are, the less fear you will have, because there is no anxiety about being exposed or revealed to others. Generally, being honest with oneself and others about what you are or are not capable of doing can counteract that feeling of lack of self-confidence.